Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as if pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the Calamity. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though. Kid just rages for a while. An old pair of Slinger pistols falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around them. Must have fled here from the mines. He sets foot inside one of Zealandia's famous watering holes. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. The security takes him for a petty thief. Shield saves his hide. Windbags start turning up for last call. Ronnie always wanted his ashes scattered here. Squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop. He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker. Once the fastest man in the land. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. Fast learner. He finds the distillery right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man. The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job. them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn pins. That one was Maud, the tutor. Once taught the kid good manners. He never used them, though. Ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now. Takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Don't go down that easy. Kid puts him out of his misery. Robs a scumbag of his last meal. Kid better watch his step. He finds the core to the wharf district. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. sight. Whisks it where it needs to go. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there, then watch. Kid ain't finished here yet. Just like that, the Bastion comes alive. Starts growing again, growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. The Bastion ain't gonna build itself. Well, not entirely. Kid ponders what to build. Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply. Party punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands. Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the Squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. Gas fellas all dressed alike. Kids wondering the same thing. And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating to the crowd. place grown, but it's too tough to fall. Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this hole. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his. Kid's lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting. With a good length of Miska, that bow's like new again. The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back. Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch. Never much cared for that big wide grin of his. He heads for the biggest dump in town, Scumbag Alley. Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is, the oldest scumbag of them all, Gershel. But Calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. Shame old Gershel can't float like when he was a young fella. Just about anything, except for this. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started. Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before. Hopes he'll never see one again. They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. Them squirts just don't know when He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be alright, then the Calamity took the floor out from under him. Dread rum's brewed from swamp weeds, so its effect is as bold as its flavor. There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest, enough to point the way to the cores. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next. The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to. A bow and a machete, every bit as effective as the fancier stuff. Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out. In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt. Of all the plans to survive the Calamity, had to be stab weeds. Blasted things hurt like a broken heart. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down. Core stuck inside one of those fancy cages. He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong? Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in. Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. subjects don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Burning pop that mean old form. At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30, hard to tell. He's hurting, but he's gotta hold out just a little longer. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy. It's a troublesome scene, to be sure. Left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7, give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge. I still remember the look on his face after that one. The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started. Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Calamity. It was good living here for a while. A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here. Takes a lot of moving pieces to make a dependable sidearm. Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. The floor starts giving way under the lighter's step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. So could a reckless kid, for that matter. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Kid thinks twice about risking his hide for him, though. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's all fired up. Not so much for noise and tomfoolery. Sky pushes the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along. Air travel always was an iffy proposition. But Calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core? Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back. No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. Find time to find them. Gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake them up. He's wise to toss those things plenty far away. This toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the Calamity? So we didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us. Ain't always much to say. Want to stay alive in the wilds? Pack a pair of pistols and a good blade. You have to think fast to survive the wilds, and nothing thought faster than the slingers. They could shoot their pistols with the speed of a machine. The slingers could plug you full of holes faster than you could say draw. They knew just when to start shooting and when to stop. Like to edge each other out using customized pistols. Slingers were much quicker than the average pistolier. Well, even the slingers weren't quick enough to escape the Calamity. Sometimes a single look says it all. The dead welcome him with open arms. The Calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this. These folks never saw the Calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. It was someone like him. Kid sees him there again, in the flesh. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder Brothers didn't make it. They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nor did the Bird Boy. Didn't make it. The Jawsons. They didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr. They didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here. Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? The core survives as well. Kid does what he has to do. And then... what do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please. He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zolf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelandia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time. For Zolf, Caelandia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east. We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now. He was born in the Tazzle terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. Well, look what we have here. The memorial. Here a kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind. The valediction, just another one of my sketches, nothing more. Words can't express what happened, but they're all I got. We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city. The breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets and the fewest shots. He's focused, he's armed, and he's off. Perfect shot just happens in a flash. He returns with some of the materials we need. Kid says hello, but Zolf's lost in thought. Made a right comfortable bed for all those bullets. Kid packs a special surprise in every one of those arrows. No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either. Kid says a little prayer anyway. Couldn't hurt, right? Folks used to make pilgrimage here, pay their respects to Pith, the bull, Pith orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one. Well, the gods are long gone now, and the orchard core is long gone too. Seems Pith ain't much of a watchdog. Pith stood for something once, something real. In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration. He couldn't even save his loyal subjects. Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least. That Pith lights up like a rodeo. Must have been guarding that shrine. So what'll it be? Invoke the gods, or tell them off? Kid decides to press his luck. Pith. Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore. Popping windbags is hard enough. No need to get the gods involved. Sacrifice himself for the likes of Pith. The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god. Kid ain't found the core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine. Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind. Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy. Turn him round and round all you like. Pith's still gonna be ugly. The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls. The accused always got a fair shake in Zealandia. Some used to take the bullhead trial. Survive the trial without taking a scratch, you'd walk away a free man. Trial taught folks three things. First, the good defense is a good offense. Second, gotta always watch your back. Third, ain't no godlike bull up there gonna save you. Some folks wound up taking the coward's way out. When to just step aside and let things go. The kid makes it out in one piece. Well, the kid always wanted to compete in the bullhead trial. Zolf's the talkative sort, or at least he used to be.